Everybody seems to know by now that geopolitical crises present buying opportunities.
March was the makings of a bottom because the software, the Mag 7, and the cryptos we thought were like 90% through to their winters or declines. They are outperforming, and I think that's a sign of leadership. But fundamentally, you're absolutely right. If we get global trade disruption, you still need AI, and you still need the Mag 7. So I think they're actually good fundamental stories.
Scary time right now. And you'd be a fool to ignore a regional war that may send oil skyrocketing. It's going to affect asset prices. Your invisible coins more than most. Let's be honest here. But do you know exactly how this is going to play out? Are you going to be able to call the bottom? Because what I do know, over the long horizon, when you have an asset class that's already undervalued, when you have a asset like XRP that is already suppressed, what this is over the long horizon is an opportunity, and one that I'm going to take advantage of. And there's still plenty to be bullish about out there within the crypto space. We see today the president pushing for the Clarity Act to get this thing done. Brad Garlinghouse responding, jumping on board, really pushing for what is a big moment in crypto history. We see President Donald Trump publicly backing the Clarity Act, warning that big banks must not sabotage U.S. crypto legislation. We know this is an election year. You don't want to make anyone mad. Of course, banks are big lobbyists too, and so is the crypto industry. They're going to have to step in here, though, and make a decision and make this happen. It's not up to the banks. It's not up to the crypto industry either. This is up to legislators, and this has to happen. This is a big part of this administration. They want to make the U.S. the crypto capital of the world. You better get it done. President Trump said the bill is critical for the U.S. if we want to become, again, this crypto capital of the world. If Washington delays crypto market structure law, innovation, well, it could move to China. We know that. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse quickly reacting to this, calling Trump's statement an extremely pointed message. Again, for years we've been begging for some kind of clarity, some sort of law. We will work within the law here. And people have lost their minds. They forget where we come from, and we will go back there. If you don't get this thing done, Elizabeth Warren will write your future, and we will deserve it. We should have stablecoin rewards. It's not interest. It's just a general part of business, just like credit card rewards, anything else. Get this done, but the government has to step up and say, we are writing the laws, and this is what it is. And the crypto industry, the banking, lobbyists, they're going to have to get out of the way. This has to get done now because you do not know who's going to write the laws in the future. Now, we see this. This was retweeted by Eric Trump today and Donald Trump Jr. Jamie Dimon says he wants a level playing field for stablecoins. He's full of it. What he really wants is to make sure nobody, and I mean nobody, can offer you a better deal on your money than traditional banks, and they'd be a fool not to. No one wants to get run out of business. The president is right to call the banks out on this, and don't call them out. Just write the laws. Get this thing done. This is a big part of your administration. Make that call and say, I'm sorry, get out of the way. This is happening. They have to get this thing across the finish line. It is so important. We see the following: Trump to the banks. What a creepy picture, huh? Get the deal done. This has to happen. And understand this. Is the president getting this done for the quote-unquote right reasons or for his own personal reasons? Well, he's heavily invested in this industry. No, he's not getting it done for, righteous reasons. He wants to enrich himself. And that's what I need on my side right now, because this is an uphill battle. And it doesn't matter if this bill passes for good reasons, bad reasons. It just has to pass. This must happen. And it doesn't matter if people are upset about it. Write the freaking laws, pass the bill, and if they ruffle some feathers, that's okay. They'll get over it. Guess what? JP Morgan will have to jump into stablecoins like everyone else. It'll be all right here. Now, where are we right now? Really? Well, crypto market bill, it has stalled in Washington. The push for clear U.S. crypto regulations may be running out of time. We had the midterms coming up. We had to deal with at the end of last year, government shutdown, partisan gridlocks over, well, they want to make sure the president can't profiteer off of this stuff. Of course he wants to. And if we don't get this done before the midterms, you're probably going to be a lame duck for 2 years. And then you just don't know who you're dealing with at the next election. You don't know if they'll be favorable to crypto, if they won't. This must happen now. They've had 3 meetings at the White House trying to resolve this stupid issue over Coinbase and other exchanges being able to pay, again, rewards, not interest. Just pass this thing, get it done. It's not going to be the perfect bill, but we have to have something in law. If you don't, you're leaving this industry wide open. Now, Ripple, they're expanding their global payments to 60 plus markets now live. Not going to, but live today. Ripple just rolled out a major upgrade to its payment platform, and it's aimed squarely at banks and fintechs, moving money globally. And again, banks ain't going to like this because it's not just stable coins and interest and all of this stuff. It's also competing with payments and everything else within their wheelhouse. We need banking. We don't need banks. This has been something since the days of Bill Gates that's been discussed. We see right now where Ripple is. They've processed 100 billion in payments, and that's nothing. I mean, that's a drop in the bucket. Wait till you see how big they grow. Right now, not only are they doing payments, but they're doing so legally. They hold 75 plus regulatory licenses worldwide. And you look at right now their business stack here. They can collect stable coins, hold assets in management and custody, convert liquidity automatically, and pay out globally, all from one platform. Do it all here. No more juggling multiple treasuries, custodies, and settlement vendors here. Ripple is essentially building a full financial operating system for cross-border payments and really just, corporate management, asset management. This is going to be the future as we go forward. And I would like to see them add like a MoneyGram type of thing so they can handle, actual deposits without having to be like a bank with a banking branch. I think that could help with inroads into emerging markets. That could be powerful. We'll see if that can happen someday. And again, it wouldn't have to be MoneyGram. There's a lot of options there, but that would be the final piece of the puzzle. And I bet you it happens there eventually. Now, Ray Dalio, he's warning that, there's only one gold. Bitcoin isn't gold here. Ray Dalio just poured cold water on this idea that Bitcoin's digital gold. He says gold is more established, through human history as money, widely accepted and held by central banks. Bitcoin lacks institutional reserve support. He also brings up its correlation with tech stocks. That's Bitcoin and crypto in general. Transactions are traceable, so you have limited privacy and potential futures of quantum computing here. From his perspective, gold remains the true safe haven asset. And I'll tell you this, I think crypto can contend in the future with gold, not just Bitcoin, a lot of them, because you have these global payment networks that are decentralized. They're not tied to any one regional area and all the problems that can come about. I think actually crypto in general, Bitcoin and other major cryptos will contend. We're just not at scale yet. So I think that's a ways away here. Now, DeFi, this is a great podcast on Bankless. You should check it out. But it says DeFi interface will eventually be natural language. So right now when you're doing DeFi and really anything in crypto, you're signing all these transactions with wallets, doing all this crazy stuff. You have to make sure, that you're actually sending the money where you think. It's quite complicated. And what the guest was saying here on Bankless is that era is coming to an end, and it's really going to be AI agents that you talk to with natural language. And you're going to say, hey, take my money out of this kind of riskier DeFi pool and put it into something safer for me. And it's just going to be like talking to someone that's going to do your transactions for you. And that's the future of crypto. It'll be mostly AIs that use crypto. And what's interesting, once you get into this type of setup, it's not so much any longer about marketing and who has the most influencers. Like an AI agent doesn't care about that. Who has the utility? Who gets the job done? What's the safest protocols from a tech standpoint? It's going to be a totally different era and one that's much more usable for us long term here. Now, MicroStrategies, they're on here, Pompliano's podcast, and the CEO, it wasn't Michael Saylor, it was their CEO. He says, we don't have to sell Bitcoin unless it reaches $8,000 for 5 years straight. I think statements like this are going to come back to haunt them. I think if they were more transparent and more honest, I wouldn't have a problem with what they were doing. If I was running MicroStrategy, I'd just say, listen, it's a way to have leverage on Bitcoin, and you don't have to mess with the debt. You don't have to have the headaches of this. We do that for you. I mean, that's an honest take at it, and great. But saying like, this is totally safe unless Bitcoin collapses for 5 straight years, like that is crazy talk. It's going to get them in trouble, in my opinion, over the long horizon. I can tell you right now, it would take less than that to take out MicroStrategies. They would not have to go to 8,000 for 5 straight years before they run into trouble. All sorts of trouble is going to come down here if we don't go on a big run here eventually. Now, Block. Are they becoming more efficient due to AI? Because they fired 40% of their working staff. Others are saying, look, Jack just overhired during COVID and he's AI washing, clearing out all those extra hirings. What is it? Well, it's not one thing. It's not only AI, that's for sure. And Block has probably way too many employees. But, these CEOs, they're not going to hold that many extra people around. He thought he needed these people, or he wouldn't have them. And further, they're making this huge move just at one time, 40% of his workforce, just clearing them out. AI has some part of this. And lastly, I mean, they signed those disclosures, they gave those earnings calls. If you weren't using AI in a major way and that had nothing to do with it, and you tried to cover, everything you're doing and just say, oh, this is AI, like you could be in a lot of trouble there. That's making misleading statements to investors. Are they overselling a little bit? Probably. I mean, there's other reasons why they're firing people, but I bet you AI is a big part of it, or they wouldn't be saying that, or again, they would be looking at major, major troubles. We're going to see more of this, more layoffs, more automation. It's going to start in a big way here in 2026, and it already has. Again, with this news of Block, we've had other companies, they just stop hiring, and so over time, they're not replacing people that leave and retire and whatever. And so you don't see it come up in huge layoffs, but over time, those headcounts are going down and down and down. That's going to continue as well. Let me know what you think down below. As always, please like, please subscribe. The revolution will be televised right here on Jungle Link.